guys, Kevin Cawley here, aptly known as Seg Kev. I help real estate investors accelerate their building's depreciation, which significantly reduces the amount of income taxes they'll owe at the end of the year. Today, we're actually going to go over a real example, and a new investor purchased his first investment property. We're going to go over just how exactly I helped him reduce his income tax by just over $72,000. So where I start off with a lot of clients before we get into accelerated depreciation is I want to go over straight line depreciation, which automatically happens when someone purchases property. And I'll show you how that works. So you got straight line depreciation. Let's just say today I buy an apartment complex for, we'll say, $1.2 million, right? $1.2 million. Okay. My CPA and the IRS is going to say Kevin Cawley needs a depreciation schedule. Well, how do they figure that out? They're going to take my purchase price, 1.2 mil, and they're going to divide it by the asset class. So the IRS stipulates commercial buildings, self-storage, industrial, restaurants, hotels, etc. depreciates over 39 years. Residential properties depreciate over 27 and a half years. So I buy this building. My CPA says, hey, I got to get your depreciation schedule going. How do they figure this out? Well, all they're going to do is take my purchase price. They'll minus some portion for land. So in my example, 200 grand is going to be taken out for land. Land does not depreciate. So you got $1 million actual asset, building asset, divided by 27.5. Okay? And if you do that math, it's going to equal 36,363. I am not Rain Man. I did the math pre this exercise. So the write-off would be 36,363. If you do, that's each and every year, over and over and over, from year 1 to year 27 and a half. Right? And so that is how straight line depreciation works. Very simple. In our next cut, we're going to show you what we're doing with the accelerated depreciation and how those mechanics work. Carrying over from the straight line, I wanted to go into the real example we talked about. Here was a brand new investor, and we went over straight line depreciation. This example is actually showing $1.15 million purchase. And if he did the straight line method, you see total depreciation without our analysis. His standardized depreciation, $41,814 year after year after year. With cost seg, we say, hey, there's a lot of parts and pieces and components that make your building what it is, not all of which are going to last 27 and a half years. So our firm's done over 30,000 studies. We're saying based on our knowledge and expertise in this area, 17% of this property would fit in the 5-year category. This property didn't have any parking lots, not much sidewalk, or hardscaping as we call it. So 17% of his property we're going to put in the 5-year category. The next cut we're going to go to is how powerful that is when we do that. All right, so here's the example. We call it our estimated savings overview. We already saw what my client would accrue as far as depreciation on the straight line method. So over a 12-month time period, you get $41,000 in depreciation. As we saw in my last slide, if we allocate 17% of this property into the 5-year category, his new depreciation expense would be $194,610. My client was in the highest federal tax bracket, so if you take the write-off multiplied by his tax rate, $72,006 is the net benefit. That would go dollar for dollar against his personal income tax liability. So if my client owed $72,006 at 2021 to the IRS, he would pay $0 in income tax. Let's say he owed $50,000. Well, $50,000 would come out of that. $22,006 would carry forward to go against any future income tax liability. If anyone out there is interested, if cost segregation would be of benefit to them, we make it very simple to work with us. I have a digital analysis link I often send to people. My landing page, websites, costsegkev.com. To get going on an analysis, super simple. When did you buy the property? What did you purchase it for? Did you put any money into it? What is the address? 5 or 6 data points, and usually within a day, I can come back with an analysis for you guys. Once we're engaged, it's very simple to work with us as well. We don't want to make things hard on our clients. All we would ask for is your depreciation schedule. If the building was put into service in a prior year in the tax year, we're doing the cost seg. If it's in the current year, closing statement, appraisal, if any work was done to the property, improvement costs, or a GC statement, any AIA detail is very beneficial for us. And then I personally, if it's local, come visit the property. I document via photographs the interior and exterior finishes of the building. If it's out of state, I'm one of 120 here at CSSI, and we can easily facilitate a site visit. So super easy to work with. I'd love to hear from you guys. I do free consultations all the time. I'm simply here to be a reliable resource to those around me. I want to earn their trust and do some business. All right, well, if it's low, buy more. Well, if it's high, sell it. Listen, I'm shooting a video. I'll have to call you back here later. All right, meatloaf sounds good. See ya. All right, hey guys.